When you think of gladiators, you probably imagine fierce warriors locked in deadly combat, fighting for their lives in the grand arenas of ancient Rome. The image of blood-soaked sand and roaring crowds is almost iconic. You probably imagine brutal, blood-soaked battles to the death, where only the strongest survive. The reality, however, is far more nuanced and fascinating. But did you know it wasn't always about that? Gladiator fights were not just about mindless violence. They were a form of entertainment, a spectacle that captivated the Roman populace. In fact, most gladiator fights were more like a sport than a fight to the death. These events were carefully orchestrated and managed to ensure maximum entertainment value. Sure, some did die, but the majority were trained professionals, often slaves or prisoners of war, who fought to entertain crowds. These men were valuable assets, and their lives were not squandered lightly. They were trained in special schools, learning different fighting styles and techniques. These schools, known as ludi, were rigorous training grounds where gladiators honed their skills. It was brutal, but not always fatal. The fights were intense and dangerous, but the aim was to entertain, not necessarily to kill. And while the emperor or wealthy sponsors often decided the outcome, not every match ended in death. The decision to spare or kill a defeated gladiator was a significant moment, often influenced by the crowd's reaction. Sometimes the crowd decided who lived or died with the famous thumbs up or thumbs down gesture. This gesture has become legendary, symbolizing the power of the masses in the arena. But despite the myth, gladiators weren't always expendable. Many were cherished and celebrated for their prowess and bravery. Some became famous, earning wealth and admiration. These successful gladiators were akin to modern-day sports stars, enjoying fame and fortune. So the truth? Gladiator fights were complex, brutal, but not always about death. They were a blend of sport, drama, and spectacle, designed to captivate and entertain. Fame, glory, and survival were the real prizes. The gladiator's world was one of skill, strategy, and showmanship, where the ultimate goal was not just to survive, but to thrive and be celebrated.